guys, what's going on? So I'm actually sick with COVID, and I felt like getting out of bed and doing something other than laying around. So I wanted to take a chance to go over my new wheel I got. I bought a SimMagic Alpha Mini, and I just want to start off by saying this is the best wheel I've ever played with a sim on, and I've played quite a few sims. I started with the Logitech G29, broke a couple of those, then I went to a Thrustmaster T500, which I really liked, but I actually broke some plastic pieces of it internally, and then I used the T300 for a little while, and I was like, it was actually, so I'll show you real quick. My wife Lauren and I, we both have sims, so hers is up here, and mine is down here. Bit of a mess right now, but they like face each other. They're both VR, yeah, so she's got the T300, and it's what I was using for a while mine was broken. A pretty good wheel, but it ain't nothing like this SimMagic Alpha Mini, let me tell you. I'll do a quick unboxing video. I'll show you that, and then we'll get to some settings, and I'll talk about that, and then I'll show you some driving. Couple things I did want to talk about. Like the actual shape of the unit. So it's a pretty big, I guess, direct drive base. I'll show you just kind of with my hand as a comparison to how big it is. These brackets come extra, so I paid extra for these, but it's really nice because it allowed me to like set the angles that I wanted the wheel to be at really easily. It also made a real nice mounting spot. They come with like little nutsert things, like little nuts, but they're like ovalized blocks. So it made mounting it really easy. Just drilled holes, put the bolts through, and tighten her up. These are slotted also, so you can slide it forward or back pretty easily. These brackets made for a lot of adjustability that was nice to have. But everything feels so sturdy on it. Like, it just feels so rock solid. Like, the case is aluminum. All these pieces are aluminum. Like, there's no plastic on this thing, unlike, you know, the Logitechs and the Thrustmasters. And the best part, which I also paid extra for, is this quick release, I think. Like, it is the highest quality quick release I've ever seen, and that includes any of the ones I've purchased for my drift cars, and like IndyCar, like all that stuff. It feels better than like even the IndyCar quick releases. So pretty damn awesome for such a unit, and honestly a decently priced unit. I think I got this for $700, a little bit more, or I think it was actually like six something, and the 700 with all the pieces, 700 with the quick release. Yeah, honestly, just super impressed. It's an awesome unit. It's got the two plugs on the left. You got your power plug, and then your USB plug that goes to the computer. It comes with its own power supply, which is pretty big down there. I haven't really cleaned up these wires, but you can see it there. It's got a power on and off switch, which you want to put somewhere you don't accidentally hit, because I've done that before already. One thing I do want to say that I kind of don't like is the way these come out. If you don't have the wires like zip tied somewhere like I do here, they're really easy to just kind of fall out with the weight of the wires themselves. And if these fall out, obviously you lose connection. You're in the middle of drifting, you might shake your sim a little bit, whatever. Those stuff fall out, and you know, it could be an issue. So just make sure you have those wires tied up nicely so they can't fall out. And the other thing, which I'm kind of learning about and dealing with now, is so I drift a lot. I drift a lot in the setup,
And like when you crash or spin out or whatever, one thing you always want to do is hit the back to pits button so you get out of other people's way when you're tandeming. The wheel itself, if you use a aftermarket like wheel like I did, it doesn't have any buttons on it, right? So in order to do a back to pits button, you either have to do some combination of keys on your keyboard, or you have to have a button on your steering wheel. So no buttons on the steering wheel, no buttons on the base. So what you have to do is you have to buy like a CAN bus unit that plugs into here. And it just has USB ports, and then from there I think you can plug anything you want for switches. Like even if you want a mouse, you can just like tape whatever somewhere, you can just click it and go back to pits. So I actually bought a little 2-key thing off of Amazon. So it's just like a little 2-key keyboard, and once I get that hub, I'm basically just going to plug this in, leave it here, and I can just like quickly press back to pits or whatever if I need to. So that's my plan for that. But yeah, that's the package. Like I said, the sturdiest feeling, honestly the solidest wheel I've ever felt, and yeah, I'll show you guys driving, because it's pretty daggone sweet.
Alright, so before we jump into driving, I want to talk to you guys about how easy this wheel was to set up. So there's a guy in the Untitled Drifting Chat Facebook page, Facebook group, named Chris Licup, I believe it is pronounced, that did a really cool video kind of explaining how to set this thing up. And I just kind of copied his settings. There's a program that you download that comes kind of with the wheel. You have to go to their website and download it. It's called Alpha Manager, and it allows a lot of different things to be inputted in. I don't even know what all this stuff does. I just kind of copied what his recommendation was for a lot of this stuff. But the manager is really cool. Like you can go through and like you pick where you want the center of the wheel to be based on like what wheel you have and where your indication is on the wheel. So you just click the center button, no matter where it is, and it zeroes it there for you. So that's really nice. I had an issue with the Thrustmaster where it was off center and it's kind of a pain to reset. This is so easy. It just makes me happy. So yeah, basically just copied his settings. That's what I have here. I think it's what I have here. And this should be 1080. I thought this was 1080. In Content Manager, this is basically also what he said to do. I'll link his YouTube video into this because I basically copied everything he's got, so I owe him credit for helping me set this thing up so easily. But yeah, so gain is just 100%. You can turn up some of this stuff so you feel it more through the wheel. The wheel is very responsive to all of that, so it seems to be really nice. And then yeah, soft lock is nice to have. In custom shaders patch, there's also some force feedback stuff. I think force feedback tweaks. So this thing is rated for 10 Newton meters. The SimMagic Alpha Mini. So you just set it to 10 and then activate that. That was also one of the things that Chris suggested. Literally the first lap out, it felt natural. So let's get to some driving. Joined a random server here. Gonna try and get some tandem video with some randoms. Whoa! I'm trying to beeline to these guys. Ugly. Oh! Dang. Dang. Woohoo! Hello. Damn! Woohoo! That was good though. That was good. For some randos, like, man, that's about as good as it gets. So one track that has been on my mind lately is the one I'm at here, which is Riga, Bickernicky. This past weekend was the Drift Masters around there, so I've been driving it a little bit, and I always love this track. So I think this track's really fast, and because of that, it'll really showcase how well the wheel reacts to like high-speed transitions. Yeah, I'm in a Suzugiri car, and yeah, hopefully I can put a couple good runs down. Pretty decent run. Let's see if I can throw down another one. Oh, wall tap. Woo-hoo-hoo. But I salvaged it. Alright, one more run here. One more run. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'll take that. So this track is another high-speed comp style track. Same car as the bigger dinky. Yeah. Hopefully I can put a couple good runs. That was a pretty decent run for my first one, I'm not gonna lie. This track is tricky.
nice. I think that's it. Moral of the story is, buy this wheel. It's freaking awesome. It has a quick release. Like, how cool is this? It's shaking. I'm sorry.